go.
Fine, fine. Good, how are you? Here we go. Wait, are you covering? Are
Sorry?
you always on this one?
I was always on this one. I covered the last one.
Okay. Cool, how you doing? You guys should be so glad you weren't at Norville. It was that hot.
I believe you.
Holy heck. It was disgusting.
When was the game?
On the men's team, Nathan was up there since to our game. It was so hot.
Far out.
When? So we're in November.
Yeah. By 100. So,
Oh, that's good.
I get Palmer's then.
Cox. Cox women.
Is there anything special happening this day?
Well, it's the Foundation Cup. There'll be a cup post game. I think that's all.
After the game, is it? At the end of the game?
After, yeah.
Get some sleep, Will.
No, I just went home and chilled out. I think Mythbusters is on TV. So threw that on. What about yourself?
Had a feed at home.
Yeah.
Just took it easy.
All right, once again, welcome everyone to Gardens Oval, the Foundation Cup, Waratah's Football Club, Wanderers Football Club. We thank you all for being here today. Fantastic.
battle today is between two of the oldest clubs in the NTFL, Wanderers and Waratahs, both foundation clubs. And mentally for 2 hours, what today is known as the Foundation Cup. This game has always been played in the true spirit of the game. Let today be no exception. Good luck to both teams. May the best team win. And in closing, this land is sacred land. It is of great ancestral significance. While you are here, our ancestors are looking over you. They will be pleased by the way you look after and care for the land you stand on. In return, they will guide you home safely to whatever part of the country or the world you come from. You are in their hands. Mama.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, please stand for the Australian National Anthem. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to AFL NT's coverage of this round 15 clash of the 2024-25 TIO NTFL season from Gardens Oval. My name's Stu Davis. I'm joined tonight by Will Zwar, and tonight's game between Wanderers and Waratah is the annual Foundation Cup, the match played between two of the foundation clubs of the competition from way back in 1917. So a long history between these two clubs and great rivalry. It's always played at this time of year, and look forward to another fantastic contest tonight. Clubs probably at different stages of their development, different places on the premiership table, but a very, very outside chance for last chance for Wanderers to push their claims for a finals berth.
Yeah, they need everything to go right for them tonight, Stu, and for the rest of the season. Effectively, they need to win tonight, and they need to win the remainder of their games. They also need their opponents tonight, Waratah, to lose every single game from here on in, which is probably the harder part, because Waratah, they're in pretty good form at the moment, obviously in that top five, but also there's nothing they can do to stop them getting on a roll, next week or the week after that. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's a tough journey.
expect him to kick that one from directly in front. Really no breeze to speak of. We're certainly feeling it up here. It's pretty warm as at the start of the game. I'm sure it'll cool down a bit as the night goes on.
A few little chip passes to restart the play from Wanderers in their back line. Come out now, they find Calvin, who's been one of their better performers this year.
Been a big inclusion for Wanderers this season, first season at Wanderers.
High, long down this near side wing. I think that's come off the head of Kane Cox. Not sure if that'll be a club-imposed fine for him for the Falcon, but Irvin gets the ball again. There's a high tackle paid again going Waratah's way. And it's against Cox by the looks of it. Paulson with it. He pushes it down to a big lead from Hutt, goes over his head and spills over the boundary line.
Yeah, Ollie Paulson has just come into the side in the last couple of weeks. He was a Waratah junior, played a lot of his junior football at TARS, and he's become a good footballer and a good inclusion for TARS late in the season.
Ball comes up, taken straight out of there by Irvin, then he offers a Shepherd as Lovell comes inside 50, pokes it just in front of his teammate there in Hillis, and now kick to full forward. Just marks beautifully on the lead out from the goal square from O'Day. He'll take a kick from the tight angle, you would suspect. Another handy inclusion for them. Just provides a bit of dash in the forward line and has rotated through the middle too to chop out some of the midfielders.
Yeah, he's been a very good player, very good inclusion for TARS this season, and really consistent. He's played every week as far as I'm aware, and yeah, gets plenty of the football.
And he comes, O'Day, pushes it across the face.
A couple of gettable misses early in the game for TARS. I'm sure they'll get the radar right soon as the Wanderers captain, Mitch Taylor, to bring the ball back into play.
Goes to Truant. He'll play on, I think the umpires said not far enough. Instantly under pressure. Long way from his natural habitat in the forward line. Good mark running back with the flight there from Hillis, and he pokes it forward, finding Monty. He goes a short one again. Sinnott from a long way out, tight angle. He's really pushing back. He's loading up. You think he might try and put this one as far through as he can. Crosses the paint now, and just a short laser-like pass it was to Brodie Carroll. Umpire says play on. Now it's there with Monty again. Gets a handball out wide. Back to Sinnott. Sinnott wrapped up in a tackle. Just got a handball away. I think it must have grazed his skin on his thumb there because there wasn't much in it. Kirby gets a handball across, and TARS work it forward but wide.
Yeah, it looked like a one-handed hand pass to me. Looked like he missed it, but obviously the umpire on the spot was satisfied that there was a bit of fist on it, so play on was the call, and another stoppage in the forward pocket for Waratah.
So umpire balls it in. O'Day, you'd think, would get to it first. No, reaches the boundary line. Have another crack at that one. Now, umpires tonight, we've got Callum Loney and Ashland Gardner. And boundary umpires as well, Nathan Brunout, Jade Ferry, Bryn Weir and Annika Miggle.
Yeah, and I think Patrick O'Leary is another field umpire as well, so in good hands with the umpiring squad here tonight. But as expected, all of the Wanderers forwards have pushed back. Well, that's something different of a boundary throw-in. We'll have another go at that. It is pretty hot and slippery in the hands, so cleverly done by Kirby, but just missed his teammate.
Handball comes out now. He's looking for Carlin, wearing the number 5 tonight. Be a free kick going the way of the Wanderers in their back line. Fuller has it now. Short one across to Horrigan. Doesn't really like what he sees, so he's just going to kick it long and high. Looking now for Cox. Flying through, though, was Irvin. Had an impact on the contest and spills over the boundary line. Waratah doing very well to keep it in their forward line for almost the entirety of the game so far. Although they haven't scored in made the most of their opportunities yet, Stu.
No, that's right. Missed a couple of opportunities, and yeah, now they're on the run again as it's taken out of the ruck. It's a long kick. It's going to go all the way. Horrigan gets back, just gets a finger to it, and yeah, Lockie Horrigan's been a really good player for Wanderers all season. Oh, that's a poor mistake from Mitch Taylor, as he went for the short option, but was just well read and picked off by Toby Hutt, who will surely will put the first goal on the board for the game.
Just before he gets to it, how good was that from Riley Irvin, straight out of the ruck, and you know, just a fingertip away from being one of the goals of the year. And comes Hutt impressive. Kicks it straight over the umpire's head. So our first of the night, Stu, 1-3. Waratah get the first break here. Yeah, that's right, and caused by a really crucial mistake from Mitch Taylor, just trying to get the game moving with the short pass, but probably advertised it a fair bit, and Toby Hutt was right on the spot to chip in, take the intercept mark, and he made no mistake, as expected. He's been a reliable forward for Tars for a couple of seasons now. So I think Wanderers will be happy that the ball's back in the centre at least, and they get a chance to get first hands on it and try to go forward, which they haven't been able to do so far in the game. Ball goes up now. I think that's it's Fuller doing the ruck duties potentially for Wanderers. Wouldn't have expected that. Waratah move it pretty quickly inside 50. Mitch Taylor gets a mark. Hutt just a bit too eager and slipped over his own feet. Now they work it out, that far side wing. Good strong mark there from George Wilkes. Pushes it forward. And Dan O'Dwyer taking an intercept mark. Yeah, Dan O'Dwyer flies into play, but he's a terrific defender, really solid, and he's a crucial part of the Waratah lineup going into the finals campaign. Now with Barty running out of the back line. Oh, no talk. He's been run down. Umpire's pinging for holding the ball, and his bench was right there. No one calling to help him out at all. Yeah, just unaware, but good effort by Truan just to get on his skates and run him down from behind. And Truan, I think, is Wanderers' leading goal kicker for the year, Will? Yeah, I think that sounds about right. He's had a couple of good bags of 3 or 4 throughout the season, and haven't had a lot of other firepower up there who've been as consistent as he's kicked a few goals from this ground as well. Loves playing here, Truan. That's a good kick, but it'll just be poked across the face of goal. Now hits the deck. George Wilkes puts a tackle on as Waratah will rebound. That's Brodie Carroll running out there, though his kick inside has been turned over. Umpire's called for a free kick, though. Yeah, relayed free kick, I think, from late contact after disposal. Hands of Hutt comes out to Carlin. Now finds itself with Hoare. He pushes through. In fact, I think it was Max Kelly, sorry. Running onto it there was O'Day, but he's been stripped of the ball, and there's been a free kick paid against for a bit of contact in the contest. Mark now there with Calvin in the back line again. Yeah, Tottenham spilt that mark, and his Waratah opponent got into his back, so a bit fortunate. Comes down the line, punched over by Barty. Nullifies the contest. Robbie Barty, I'm not sure if he's moved up for the season, but he's Alice Springs based normally, plays for Federal in the Central Australian Football League, but he's played almost every game this year, so I'm suspecting that he's moved up for the season at least. Comes down to Truan again, stripped of the ball as he got through, and Big Irvin gets a handball through to Carlin. Needs to be quick, and he is. Now off with Hillis. Hillis goes inside 50. Hutt does very well to get into front position in front of Taylor. Long way out, looking to pass it off already. Goes in there to O'Day, just over the top. Turns the other way. Throws it on the boot, through for a goal. How do you like that? Yeah, had some contact coming as well, but that didn't worry him. He just really composed and lined himself up, put the ball on the boot. So a good finish there, and good teamwork from Tars. Happy to get the ball into the dangerous area in the centre corridor, and resulted in a goal. Waratah, so far, the more impressive of the two outfits. As we say, they've had the ball inside their forward half the majority of the game and have been pretty good at keeping it there. Wanderers really with just the one or two forward entries so far and haven't really made the most of their opportunities. Kirby in the middle now. Just taps it down with ease. Goes out wide. Picked up there by Rogers, and he check sides it inside 50. Big high one. Mark taken, running back with the flight. Well done from Fraser Hollandine. Mark paid. Pokes it inside to Hutt, who's been very busy early as well.
He has. It's his opponent, Mitch Taylor, was caught up in the contest near the boundary line, and the ball moved quickly, and Hutt was just skulking out the back in a bit of space, and the pass was good. So yeah, they look pretty lively early, Tars, don't they? They've got plenty of movement in the forward line, plenty of options open to them, and they're using the ball pretty well, apart from the couple of misses with shots at goal.
Taylor having a bit of a rough night so far. Pushes it through, and Hutt, his direct opponent, kicks his second.
Yeah, another good finish from Toby Hutt. So just needed to get some backup support there, Taylor, when he was caught out of position out on the boundary line. But it's looking a bit ominous at the 12-minute mark of the first quarter, with Waratah doing all the scoring in the game so far, and Wanderers really struggling to get it forward of centre.
Yeah, Wanderers need a break and impact the scoreboard as well. Haven't really shown a lot of fight at the moment.
Well, they haven't used Truan up on the wing to get him into the game, and he's their major goal-scoring option as well. So robbing Peter to pay Paul a little bit, but he'll be in the play here.
Just got an unkind bounce and then nearly threw his boot into the face of his opponent. He now playing catch-up. Free kick will go Wanderers' way, though. Now here with Charles, pushes it out. Was looking for Cox, but in the end it came down to Robbie Barty, who's been pretty lively early as well. Now off with Collis, pushes it wide. In the hands now, Puruntatameri. And Kirby on the wing, loads up. Kicks it to the Hutt lead, a bit shy from him. Now with Rogers running through. Ball in the hands of Kirby again as he pokes it through to Carroll. Inside 50 mark for him, uncontested. Looking potentially for an option to give it off to. Might have to go back and take a kick though. Wonder is relatively clued on at the moment.
Yeah, Brody Carroll in the unfamiliar number 7 jumper, but has been in good form this year and kicked a lot of goals.
Gee, that one's done very well, though. Just the wrong side of the post.
Yeah, clever, wasn't it? He got himself some meterage by running around the player on the mark there, but just in doing so, hooked the ball a bit too much to the right and off for a behind.
Taylor comes out. Finds his teammate, though. Bounces off his chest. Smith having to do the hard work at ground level. Throws boot to ball. Running to it now, Hillis ends up getting it out there to Polson, and inside 50, Irvin couldn't take the mark. Lovell runs through, crumbs it though, rolls it through for a goal. Free kick going against them, won't count on the scoreboard.
Yeah, free kick to Mitch Taylor there, just blocked out of the contest with the ball in the air, so a bit of reprieve for Wanderers.
We'll play on now from full-back. Trying to get hands to it was Fuller. Now he gets it ground level, just pokes it forward. Could have a running race on here. Calvin keeps it to himself, has 3 to beat though. Collis gets handball to O'Dwyer, who's got plenty of time and space though. Overcooks the kick. Kirby will pick it up though. Tackled, gets it to Carroll. Ping for holding the ball, and then I think he nearly had a fight started with him. But George Wilkes has realised the size of him and has taken a few steps back pretty quickly. Gives a handball off now, Wilkes does, to O'Connell. Looking for Thompson. A lot of Waratah jumpers there as Carroll gets it. And there's a whistle blown, is there? Free kick going Carroll's way. Pushes it out wide. Puruntatameri in the back line. Now with Lovell. Got a few runners down that far side wing. Poke it over the top now. And Polson gives it to the run of Collis. Kept going. Inside 50 now. Hits the back. Fraser Hollandine, snap on goal if you don't mind. Beauty puts them 28 points up, 4 goals for Wanderers, yet to trouble the scorers.
Yeah, great skills there from Hollandine. Just read it off the contest and basically one step on the run and threw it on the boot over the shoulder, and a terrific finish. And Waratah just marching on at this stage, but moved the ball quickly from one end of the field to the other and caught the Wanderers' defences out of position a bit, but as I said, great skills and a great finish.
You're watching AFL&T's coverage of the 2024-25 TIO NTFL season from Gardens Oval here in Darwin. Foundation Cup, and 17 minutes gone in this first quarter. It is Waratah all over the ball here, 28 points their lead. Wanderers probably with just the 3 or 4 forward 50 entries. And Waratah looking to go forward yet again. Is that a mark? It's popped into his hands there, and not a bad effort from the Tars forward. Joel Hillis it'll be.
Yeah, again, just hitting the target inside forward 50 and good safe hands.
Comes in, kicks, pushes it wide though. And Waratah, for all their dominance, they could be a lot further up. They've probably 4 of their 5 misses have been pretty gettable shots. I think one might have been poked through. Even that could have gone through for a goal easy as you like. And
yeah, that's right. A couple of set shots have been missed, haven't they, which you would expect to go through. But again, Tars getting the numbers to the fall of the ball.
And Biscardo getting involved now. Another junior who's over the last few years developed and hasn't looked out of place of the senior side since he debuted there. I think it's fair to say he's held his spot in the back line very well for a couple of years now. Ball comes out. Fraser Hollandine for 2 in a row. Hooks it back, and it's gone through.
It has. It's another great finish, this time on the left foot, Hollandine, and he's looking lively down there. He just gets in the right position with the ball coming off the marking contest, and it doesn't need much space, just a step or two, throws it on the boot and through again. So he's been really impressive with the last couple of Waratah forward entries.
Yeah, 2 goals each to Fraser Hollandine and to Toby Hutt as warning signs for Wanderers. And you've also got big Arnold Kirby, who's pinch hitting in the ruck but playing the forward line as well. There's 3 pretty big targets that are going to be hard to stop.
Yeah, that's right, and Wanderers not really blessed with much height in their defensive area, and although Taylor and Horrigan are pretty solid defenders, but they need some support.
Umpire will rebounce that one. So we approach the 20-minute mark of this first quarter here. Ball finally forward out of the middle for Wanderers. Comes to Trewin, puts on the afterburners, just escapes the prying fingers of his opposition defender. The kick wasn't good though. Enough pressure kept on him and taken over the boundary line there. Saltalamacchia.
Yeah, he was looking for Kaylee Roberts there. It was just too far out in front, but you know, you looked up as he was looking to kick the ball inside 50, and Waratah were really well set up behind the play, had all the avenues covered.
A few Wanderers lurking behind the ball here. What will they do? Not much as it seems, as Waratah extract the ball and then work it forward. Spills over the top of the one-on-one and over the boundary line.
Good defensive work from Ankin Lewis, got the fist to the ball, and created the stoppage on just forward of the centre wing for Wanderers. Kane Cox in doing the rock work for Wanderers.
Tapped down by Cox. Awkwardly got first position. And then Jerome Motlop put his body on, but there's a bit of a torpedo going down the line there from Waratah. Very tight to the boundary line again, and Sinot's happy to let it just dribble over.
Yeah, Mitch Taylor there, strong fist from behind. Prevented the mark being taken, and he's off and running back to defend inside defensive 50.
I wonder, as I've also noticed, we've got Simon Bates out there. He's a pretty well-known sneaky goal kicker, but he's playing a tagging role in the back line on Brodie Carroll. Ball about to come in his direction now. There he is, Bates, putting a tackle on. Carlin comes up. Now Hillis works it backwards. Puran Tatameri just chips it inside 50. Sinot plays onto Hillis. Hillis handball through to Lovell. Lovell has to snap quickly. He does. Umpire doesn't move. They're 6th in a row. Absolutely putting the Wanderers up against the ropes here.
Yeah, slick hands, wasn't it? Just first grab, no mishandling whatsoever, and just quick hands, and got out to Lovell in a little bit of space, and he easily kicked that one round the corner for another Waratah goal.
You wonder if, looking at Simon Bates, you wonder if he's potentially a forward option they could throw up there and maybe isolate him, given he does know his way around a goal square. Doesn't look like it at this stage as he stays in that back line on Carroll, trying to nullify his efforts. Truan back into the forward line now. Ball up. Hillis gets it eventually. And Irvin just dancing around, then gets a handball away. Wilkes works it back. Now with Fuller. Inside 50 he goes. Mark just taken there by Daniel Fuller. Pushes it into the pocket. Beautiful kick. And he finds Charles.
Yeah, that was a lot better from Wanderers. 2 targets hit going forward, and clever work from Daniel Fuller. Just waited for it to open up for him, and Charles eventually got out in front with a little bit of space, and the pass in was perfect. He just ran onto it without changing stride, took the chest mark. Now needs to kick straight.
Again, pushes it across the face. That one finally registers for a score.
Yeah, Wanderers' first score of the match. A punch through behind. 3.5 minutes into time on in the first quarter.
And that will be the quarter time score. 41-0. Waratah, pure dominance there. 6 goals, 5. In fact, it'll be 41-1 after their late rush behind. 40 points. We could be for a big night here, especially if you're wearing blue and gold colours here, Stu. Yeah,
that's right. And Waratah are a team that can really pile on the goals, and when they get a run on, they're a well-balanced side across the park. They're talented and they move the ball well, and we've seen early that their ball skills and their ball handling inside forward 50 has been first class, and eventually, after a couple of early misses, their finishing has been spot on as well. So that's it. We're at quarter time here at Gardens Oval in the Foundation Cup, and it's Waratah with the red hot start and a big lead at quarter time. We'll be back with the second quarter shortly.
If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge, or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Welcome back to Gardens Oval. It's round 15 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League action. Wanderers versus Waratah in the annual Foundation Cup, and so far it's one-way traffic in Waratah's favour. My name's Stu Davis. I'm with Will Zwar, and Will, it's looking pretty ominous for Wanderers at quarter time.
Yeah, absolutely, and the bad news is it could be much worse than 6-5-41, because probably three or four, if not all five of those behinds could actually have been goals. So they've been really dominant tonight, Waratah, as they break out of the middle through Lovell already, looking into the pocket for Big Kirby. Pushing into the pocket there, but Horrigan grabs it. Oh, what a smother there from Carroll. Gets a handball back in board. Kirby, check side on goal. Through for a behind. What a start that would have been.
Wow, it's gone right across the face, in fact, and out on a full, but that would have been the goal assist of the year. I think Brodie Carroll, sensational smother and recovery of the ball, but unfortunately Big Arnold couldn't hit the correct part of the boot.
Carlin, he gets a handball up now, intercepted though, and then intercepts it back, whistle blown. Will be a free kick going Wanderers' way. Coming back now to Eastick. Well, nearly thought about crossing goal and going for the switch. It didn't really have a lot of options to go, so just went high and long, and it's an uncontested mark to Sinot. He'll play on, and then he goes inside 50, just looking for the pack. Ball comes off hands, over the back, falls into the hands there of Carroll. Then Kelly gets it back to Carroll on his preferred side, left foot. But there is a whistle blown again, and it'll be a free kick going Kelly's way.
Yeah, no advantage paid there, so it comes back to Kelly. I suppose he's inside 50 and a chance for a set shot at goal, although out wide by the boundary line. Been an impressive player for him, Max Kelly. Oh, that's a great
Good
finish.
kick from Kelly. Beautiful kick.
Great finish. Just gave himself some room out on the right boot and knew exactly where to put it. So the umpire's decision favoured them in the end as Brodie Carroll was looking to run in towards goal. But a great finish from Kelly, and yeah, he's been impressive for Tars all season.
Teammates getting around Brodie Carroll as well, putting a mountain of work in that forward line in the first, 2 minutes into this quarter.
Yeah, that's right. Defensive and attacking efforts from Brodie Carroll down there. Of course, the ex-captain of Waratah.
Premiership captain as well, yep.
Exactly. Thought that was enough and gave it up.
And part of a famous Tars family as well.
Yeah, exactly right.
Ball will come back into the middle. And it is Daniel Fuller there doing the ruck duties, so severely undersized, you'd think, against not just Irvin, not just Kirby, but both of them tonight. Speak of the devil, Irvin grabs the ball and drops it. And then Lovell gets it out wide. Emboscado pushes it as well. Polson with it now. Hillis back to Emboscado. Puts a tackle on. Coming through, Calvin. Breaks through one. Puts it forward to the contest. Bounces off the chest. Now Charles drops it. Gets boot to ball though. Thompson running through. Trying to use his body. Handball will go over the top, but there'll be a free kick going the way of Wanderers for a rare shot on goal. Yeah,
Dre Thompson there, just as he was in the contest trying to pick the ball up, got an arm over the shoulder and around the back of the head. So it was a pretty clear free kick, and Ash Gardner, the umpire, right on the spot to pay it. So a chance, first real chance for Wanderers' first goal.
In Thompson comes, and he's gone across the face.
Yeah, with the scoreboard the way it is, they really need to take every half chance that they get going forward, and just lean back on that one a bit and squirt it across the face of goal.
O'Dwyer plays on from fullback. Is it long? Irvin trying to work it through. Oh, I think that one might have been out of bounds. Umpire says so as well.
Waiting for the ball to come back. Tanner Lovell was involved in the play there. Geez, he's been an impressive player for Tars. Lots of energy around the footy and gets the rest of his teammates up and about.
Ball comes up. Carlin run into by his own teammate. Smith, here comes through, works it forward. Bounces over the top. A little bit of ping pong going on at ground level. Oh, big strong run down tackle from Truan, and he's giving away a free for tripping.
Oh.
Unlucky not to give away a 50 there, but you would have thought, would have been a fair assumption that that was a a good, strong holding the ball call, but he's given it away.
Yeah, I was saying don't do it, and I'm saying don't do it, don't take the advantage when you've got a set shot 20 out directly in front, but it wasn't that way in the end, so.
It'll be Barty who plays on and just belts it out of the danger zone. Irvin in front couldn't take the mark. Held without it, other side of the umpire. Couldn't see, but he'll pay a hold the other way now. They'll look to move it pretty quick. By himself, Shadforth, he'll turn and go. Inside 50, looking for Carroll. Good fist over the top comes from Bates. And then Hillis wrapped up without it. Free kick will go his way.
$50-metre
and a
penalty.
50.
Yeah. Not sure what that was about either, but they certainly don't need that. This is a certain goal once again from the goal line.
Hillis pokes through his first of the night, and Waratah's 8th, their second of the quarter. Wanderers still yet to score and already trailing by 51 points. Not even 6.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Yeah, it's a tough night for Wanderers so far, but you know, Waratah really have got one of their strongest sides on the park for the night, I think, and really fine-tuning themselves for a run at finals football once again. And it's a tight contest, isn't it, between well, from second to fifth, really, as far as the finals places go, as we go through the last 4 rounds.
Yeah, they'd be pretty keen to get some good, strong form on, and a training run on a Saturday night at Gardens Oval is not the worst way to do that at all.
Yeah.
O'Day puts a strong tackle on. Keeping in mind they've got a big game next week, which could be finals shaping against Nightcliff. That game also here on Saturday. Another big club day here at Gardens Oval. This ball is picked up by Kelly. He breaks through the middle. Ooh, and then free kick going Wanderers' way. I think they've also got Darwin Buffaloes still to come. Can't quite remember the other team. They've got Stu, but be handy to bank some percentage points as well here.
So
Ball
a long
goes
kick, yep, from
to half forward. Fraser Holland-Dean. No, it's Riley Irvin. Handball will come out over the top, and then, big swing from Brody Emboscada, but missed everything. Wrapped up in the tackle there.
Yeah, went the big spike, didn't he? But probably just got nudged out while he was in the air, so had an air swing.
Favourable run home for Tars. Their other opponent, just had a quick look, was Palmerston. So Wanderers tonight, their big challenge next week against the Tigers, and they close out the season with the Magpies and the Buffaloes, bottom 2 places on the ladder. Big strong tackle there from Monty. Running through, Polson has a shot on goal, well wide. That one I don't think will register a score, and will be out of bounds on the full.
Yep, just swung away to the right-hand side there. Mitch Taylor to bring it back in, but hasn't got a lot to go for. So goes the barrel, and he's got onto it too.
Comes off hands in front of the pack. Carroll just tries to put a hip and shoulder through. Now O'Day works it inside 50. Oh, good mark there from Kirby. He's yet to put one through the big sticks tonight.
Yeah, right out in front of the supporters' tent on the outer side of the ground there. Be getting plenty of encouragement for this shot at goal. Had that one opportunity early in the first quarter that he missed. This one's tougher than that one.
Comes in and kicks. Makes the umpire work a little bit. Through for a behind. Oregon from fullback now. Bit of love coming out for Smithy from the supporters behind the goal there. As Horrigan pushes it into the back pocket and then gives it off to a runner. Truan again a long way from home. All out by himself, and the closest man to goal there is Waylon Walters. Then gives it off to Thompson inside 50. He's got someone on his tail, just got boot to ball. Oh, unkind bounce for the Tars defender. Comes to Smith. Smith, boot to ball through. Snuck it home. Their first of the night finally, Stu.
Yeah, absolutely. But that was a shocker of a bounce for Josh Saltalamacchia. But Aussie Smith was right on the spot and very clever in the end. He was on his knees basically when he kicked the ball and snuck it through from about 5 or 10 metres out. So an encouraging goal for Wanderers, and got their crowd up and about a bit. So yeah, maybe that's the first of a few to come.
Exciting player, Smith. Unfortunately, he won't feature too many more times this season, but particularly for the Muck supporters, yeah, he's been a very entertaining watch throughout season 24-25.
Yeah, played some games last season as well, so hopefully he keeps coming back for Wanderers. They need continuity and quality players to start pushing up the ladder again.
As the ball comes down here in front of the Hunter Harrison stand at Gardens Oval, O'Day, bottom of the pack, finds himself there a lot of times, then comes out to Carlin, then to Hillis, then to Saltalamacchia. In the middle of the ground, he pushes it deep into the forward line, it comes off hands. At the fall of it there is Lovell. Then it's Shadforth, touches it on the deck, gets it back to Purantatameri, rolls round onto his preferred side. Umpire's whistle's blown a few times now. I think there'll be a free kick brought back, and it's going the way of Shadforth.
I think Tars would have preferred it where it landed in the end, but the free kick paid and short pass option on.
Looks for Carroll.
Yeah, still busy in that forward half, Brody Carroll. Just runs and runs. So hasn't hit the scoreboard yet, Brody Carroll, but he's got a set shot here from just inside 50. I'm not sure the 50's a 50 here at Gardens Oval, Will.
They are when I'm kicking at training. As Carroll pokes it through, goal. And his first of the evening.
Yeah, great goal. It's a left footer, of course, and that was his preferred side. And as with his attempt in the first quarter, just gave himself some room, got some meterage by running around the player on the mark, who of course can't move until play on's called these days. So this time he learnt from his first attempt and made no mistake. So they get that answering goal pretty quickly and stretch that lead back out to 52 points.
Yeah, Waratah with a little bit of a slump midway through this second quarter, but a steadying goal there, and I don't think too much of a slump will do too much harm in this game for them. Well on top, 52 points up. Ball up in the middle now. Again, Kirby taps it down and then lands in his hands. Try to get a handball away. Extracted and kicked out of there by Charles in the middle. And then Truant tries to get it to his advantage. Handball back. Then out to Thompson, dribbles it through there second. And he gives the crowd a bit of love as well.
Yeah, fantastic. And good on those Wanderers supporters down there getting vocal as Wanderers come in and get themselves a couple of goals. But that was a lot better, wasn't it? Got the ball in quickly, put the Waratah defence under pressure. And at ground level, they used it through the hands well, and Dre Thompson finished nicely.
Yeah, tough night for them. So good to get up and about for goals like that, and for Dre Thompson, who's been at the club for a long time. I think he was a junior here as well. Obviously, a fair bit of love coming over the fence for him.
That's right, and of course, most of the Waratah's supporters are at that end of the ground, the far end of the Tiger Brennan stand here at Gardens Oval, and their coach's bench there as well. So good support for them.
Ball comes out now, picking it up and running forward is Hillis. Kicks it to goal straight away. Is it going to bounce through? No, wrong side of the post. I think feel like they've had that a few times this evening. Unsure if they're potentially better off passing it to someone at the top of the goal square instead. 9 goals, 7 they're on. Taylor kicks it a long way out. Gee, that was a very long kick as Thompson gives away a free kick, just a bit too much.
Yeah, a little bit late on the scene, wasn't he? Chopped the arms.
Now to Monty. Goes a short pass inside 50. Looking for Hart, who's been unsighted this quarter. Now handball over the top. Smith, his kick smothered. Rogers pokes it forward. Carlin trying to get onto it as well. Shadforth intercepts, then bounces out of his hand due to a tackle. Still being held. Umpire hasn't seen it. Carlin handballs it backwards through traffic. Emboscado trying to pick it up. And then a fair bit of attention there. Zach Sinnott on the ball. And Scooter Carlin just letting his opposition in Waylon Walters know about it too. Irvin jumped up. Springs in his boots. And then picked up again there by Barty. Almost played a little bit of rugby there. Just threw it under the arm and went for a run. Inside 50 now. Outside 50 again. Taylor through boot to ball. Smothered on the way through. Over for a boundary throw and it will go.
It's pretty congested over there. If you look around the ground here at Gardens Oval, it's, all the players are in almost a 50-metre arc around the scoreboard over there. So Wanderers happy to just try and clog things up a bit. But having said that, Tars set themselves up pretty well on the outside around these stoppages and have options to go to out the back.
O'Day putting some chase on. Now comes out of the defensive 50 again for Waratah through the Wanderers, but couldn't get Blake and rolls over the boundary line.
So the boundary throw in just adjacent to the scoreboard on the outer side of the ground.
Ball goes up. Now with Lovell off to Carlin in the pocket. Shoots towards goal. Oh! Pole still wobbling.
It is. He hit that solid, didn't he? Didn't try to float it through at all. Tried to bang it through, but just straight into that goal post.
So 9-8 score now. Just the 3 goals they've added to their total in this quarter. Horrigan unsure where to go now in the back line. Again, just kicks it long and high. Oh! Decent jump there from Fuller. Came off hands though. Handball comes out now. Not a bad kick forward from Waratah. Handball from Hollandine inboard. Free kick will be paid.
Just off the ball here. It's going to Hollandine after the ball went out.
Oh, he played on. Instant pressure, then kicks to the top of the square, marked by Mitch Taylor. And then across the goal face they go looking for the switch. Needs to be careful here. Pressure on. Almost run down. Grubber along the ground. Thane Blake got it off, and then Matt Motlop kicks it forward. Try to get it back to Blake and bounces off his chest and over the boundary line.
Yeah, just spilt the mark there. They'd done it as well as they probably could have, the way that Tars were set up behind the ball, but just spilt the mark, so that put a halt to their forward press. Well done, Fuller.
Yeah, it comes down. Carlin gets it back through traffic to Sinnott. Dances around a couple. Handball forward. Carlin will get it again. Gets through Thompson and then Rolls Royce style. Just takes a couple of steps, easy as you like, kicks it forward. And Fraser Hollandine gets on the end of it with the chance to kick his third.
Yeah, good strength in the contest there. Got the front position. He's against a pretty solid opponent in Lockie Horrigan, but front position, got hands out in front to the ball and took it on the second grab, so he'll have the set shot from 30 metres out directly in front, and of course has a couple of goals already, but the couple of goals he got were from snapshots at ground level. This one a set shot, and he's missed it to the right.
Matthew Motlop will take the kick out from fullback here. That one into space. None of his teammates really ran for the ball, and it's left them exposed. Brodie Carroll picks it up, tries to curl it back through. What a goal that is. He's second for the night as well, and that was an absolute pearler. Yeah,
that time he was the receiver, got on the end of the forward hand pass from the marking contest and found himself in space. He dashed off, steadied, and put it straight through, no mistake. So his second goal for the night and for the quarter. So Tars kick their fourth for the quarter, and Wanderers a bit more competitive on the scoreboard with a couple of goals, 2 goals to 4 in the quarter.
Brodie Carroll, the club's leading goal scorer for this season as well. That takes him up to 21.
Yeah, they've shared it around pretty well over the season. There's plenty of options going forward.
Ball goes up now again. Red time in this second quarter here. Picked up there by Calvin, wrapped up, he'll earn himself a free kick. I think there was just a marginal bit of high contact there. Pushes it forward to Fuller. Told to move. Holland Dean will try and put some pressure on straight away, and it's worked. Just another grubber along the ground, few of those tonight. Handball over the top will come into Sinnott, sold a bit of candy, then ran outside. Kicks it into the pocket. Kirby all by himself, needs a kind bounce. Oh, didn't get it, and it just dribbles over the boundary line.
See, big Arnold Kirby got himself about 30 metres in the clear out there, and the kick was just too far out in front of him, but just kept rolling end over end, so I let off there for Wanderers again. So you're watching AFLNT's coverage of the TIO NTFL Men's Premier League Round 15 action here at Gardens Oval.
Ball paddled in. Comment out of Hillis, gets a handball out wide. Here comes Kelly, snap on goal, loves it straight off the boot and points to the crowd.
I think their snaps have been more reliable than their set shots tonight, Will, and another great finish hooking around the corner.
Yeah, fantastic shot on goal there from Max Kelly. His second also for the quarter tonight, I believe.
Yep, that's right. Got the first one of this second quarter, and a couple on the board. So again, they're sharing it around, but they look impressive, don't they? They look pretty quick over the ground, and their skills are good. I know the opposition probably isn't the strongest, but I think Coach Ricky Nolan will be pretty happy with most aspects of the game and the way they're going about it.
Yeah, a bit slower to start this second quarter, but slowly they've added 5 goals to their tally, and again still find themselves 61 points up. Ball goes forward again. Maybe it's not over yet as it comes into the hands now of Shadforth. Dropped it, stripped to the ball. Umpire calls it accordingly. Free kick will go the way of Ankin Lewis. Gives it off to the runner. Now pushes it out this near side. Over the top will be a boundary throw in.
Yeah, in front of Kane Cox there and just over the head of George Wilkes, who's done some good things tonight, Wilkes. He's a pretty good player for Wanderers.
Been a long time since Wanderers have gone inside 50 for them. Fuller, he takes it. Now it goes through. Oh, bounces out of the hands. Mitch Taylor finds himself forward of the ball.
He's just come off the interchange bench, so took the chance to have a crack forward.
Fortuitous timing. As Waratah get the ball out of there. Bounces perfectly for Rogers, then takes it without breaking stride. Now launches it inside 50. Not a good kick, though. Marked with ease at full-back.
Oh.
Not a good kick, though. Intercepted. will be handballed over the top. Here's Purin Tatameri, very wide, dribbles it towards goal, bounces through the hands of Kirby, very tight to goal, and it will be just caressed over there by Motlop.
Yeah, he was under real pressure then, wasn't he? Had a couple of Waratah opponents.
And the siren goes for half-time. Your score here, Wanderers 2-2-14, significantly well underdone compared to Waratah, who are on fire, 11 goals, 10-76 for a margin of 62 points going to the main break.
Yeah, I think Wanderers will be a little bit encouraged. Tars came out, kicked the first 2 goals of the quarter, and it looked like it could have been anything. But Wanderers have fought it out pretty well since then, scoring 2 goals to 3. So a little bit of respectability in the last 20 minutes or so of that second quarter, and give them some encouragement going into the third quarter. But Waratah pretty impressive, Will, and they'll be happy with the big margin at half-time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they'll come out, try and replicate what they've done, and put on a bit more pain for Wanderers in the second half. But we'll bring you that after this break.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Welcome back to Gardens Oval. It's round 15 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League action for the 2024-25 season. Of course, getting towards the pointy end of the season. Just 3 rounds to go after this one, and the top 5 teams jockeying for positions. One of those top 5 teams is Waratah, and they've had a pretty impressive outing in the first half here tonight. My name's Stu Davis. I'm with Will Zwar, and we're back underway, Will.
And the ball comes down now, getting it straight out of there. Jerome Motlop kicks it to centre half forward. Thompson trying to get his hands on the ball, but running through there with ease was the Waratah's defender off half back. They push it down to half forward now, picked up by Carroll. Taken in the tackle. Lovell works it backwards now. Kelly picks it up. Got it out to Sinot. Now back to Irvin.
Wow.
And then his handball back to Truan. So Wanderers with a lot more spark and spunk in their step this quarter. Thompson sells a bit of candy, then goes inside 50 towards goal. Has to dribble. Oh, I needed a right angle bounce in the end for that to go through, but good to see them come out with a bit of chase and purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. And some interesting options from Tars. They hand passed it 4 or 5 times on the outer side and took it back 40 or 50 metres. So playing into Wanderers' hands a bit when it turned over. But Dre Thompson, one of those players that you imagine can really give them a spark with a bit of zip around the packs.
Yeah, he's threatened. He's kicked one of their goals tonight and threatened with another one in that second quarter. He could be a bit of a spark for them coming through here. Is Jerome Motlop again trying to get hands on the ball at the fall of it now as well. Ben Charles. Ball will go up. 20 out from the goals. Horrigan playing in ruck and a long way from his other home in full-back. Barty to Carlin. Collis works it out now. And comes out through to Lovell. Pokes it forward. Not marked by Hutt in the end. Just spilled out. Fuller inboard. Calvin dips, ducks, dives underneath. Stripped to the ball, but the umpire doesn't say anything. Now kicks very high and inside 50. At the fall of it, Irvin tried to mark it, but falls through his hands. And Biscardo back to Irvin, then pushes it wide to Barty. You'd think he'd go to Collis. No, he turns into the tackle.
Gee, wow, that's an interesting decision. It's going to go Waratah's way. I thought JJ Motlop was unlucky not to win himself a free kick for that tackle, but must have been just a bit high. So some reprieve for Tars as they switch straight across to the other side of the ground.
Sinot pushes it out there. O'Dwyer it was. And then off to Carlin. He pushes it to half forward. His teammate slipped over in the mud. As you can see, they're just entering that traditional centre square now, which they've changed the linings just to protect that a bit. But it's a mark inside 50 to Hutt, who kicked 2 goals in that first quarter. Since then, he's been pretty quiet. Maybe this is his end of the ground, Stu.
Yeah, that's right. Well, he kicked 2 very impressive goals in the first quarter, and now a chance early in this third quarter, kicking towards the city end of the ground, and he'll be kicking from about 40 metres, pretty much directly in front.
So in comes Hutt.
Some interesting work on the mark by O'Connell. Almost a handstand, but maybe it was effective.
Didn't secure the point, so he might try that next time, O'Connell. We'll keep an eye on him. Taylor's kick very short, but makes the mark. And then pushes over the top again through the hands of Truan, but made the distance to Smith, who he'll keep going as well. Pushes out, comes off the chest of Calvin. Oh, unsure what to do. Wrapped up by Kirby. Got a handball away. Ineffective, though. Finally gets it to Fuller. Smith picks it up. He works it back inside of Calvin. Has another crack at it. That time he avoids danger well enough.
It's a good start by Wanderers this quarter. Using the ball a lot better.
Push it over the top now with Charles again. Smith he finds. And then looks to go wide to Bates. Just marked it in space. He'll turn and go. Inside 50. That's not a badly weighted kick at all. Very well done to JJ Motlop.
That's a terrific kick because all of the traffic was going towards the boundary line, and he just basically placed it in behind the direction of all the players and JJ Motlop was first to react and got back and took the chest mark, so a beautifully weighted kick as well. But Bates just got a bit of a limp up as he goes back here. I'm not sure, might have hurt a driver or something like that in kicking that ball, and he's going straight to the bench. So, but anyway, Jerome Motlop with the chance to score the first goal of the quarter.
In he comes. Oh, that one's come well off the side of the boot. Comes off hands, over the boundary line though.
Yeah, just trying to get perhaps a bit more than he had in him, and skewed off the side of the boot. But still a stoppage deep in their forward area.
So ball will come in for the Wanderers in their forward line, taken by Irvin straight away. Truan, oh, they've broken through. Kick over the top and a goal to the Wanderers.
Yeah, it's Horrigan. They've made the move there. He did the ruck work earlier in the quarter when it was forward, but it looks like he's been moved forward just to give him a bit more firepower up forward, and not probably the goal they were expecting him to score for them, a ground level one. He'd be down there to give them some aerial strength, but good awareness, and poked it on the boot and through for the first goal, and they've looked pretty good in the first 6 minutes or so of this quarter, Will.
Yeah, haven't looked too bad. Obviously conceded a goal probably against the Tide, and Waratah just kept them on the counter-attack. But look, Horrigan's done enough to keep his space in the forward line. They're shaking things up as well, which I don't mind. Nothing worse than sticking to the same thing when you're 10 goals down in a game. And as we say, started this third quarter well. Punch it forward now. O'Day just breaks the lines. Pushed wide though. Now he goes a short one over the top, trying to get inside 50. Ultimately came off the fist of his teammate and bounces over the boundary line. 57-point margin.
So Kane Cox doing the ruck work there for Wanderers. Oh.
Almost tunnelled himself there. Irvin gets it out. Smothered there by Smith. Free kick will go Waratah's way though. And it was against Cox in the end. Irvin just puts it up to full forward. Hutt at the back. Comes off hands. Over the boundary line.
Yeah, Mitch Taylor in that contest again. Got a fist to the ball, and he was under the pump early with Hutt on fire, but he's fought back pretty well and defending soundly, as we know he does.
So an opportunity for Waratah to get one back here. Goes through Taylor's hands.
Oh, well done. Well done.
Now with back to Taylor. And Waratah, that ultimately ends in a dead end as Waratah re-injected into their forward line. Handball goes back over the top out of Smith, who's been pretty good in this quarter as well. Now a high one, not marked by Thompson. Dill Collis now picks it up, works it inside 50. Hutt launching into the pocket. Had a few to beat though, comes off hands and over the boundary line, and a few little spots all around the ground over the fence of supporters. Stu, you love to see it down here at Gardens Oval. Not as many in the grandstands, but definitely a good feeling down here.
Yeah, that's right. It is the annual traditional Foundation Cup clash, and supporters have come out in some numbers, which is good to see, but Wanderers getting some numbers to the ball, which is a lot more encouraging. They had 3-1 in that contest as it came in.
Now with O'Day, try to put the Jets on, tackled without it, dropped the ball. Unsure how he disposed of it, but the umpires said holding the ball, and not very happy about that at all is Kane Cox, and it's going to be a 50-metre penalty as well. Silly there, because the shot on goal as well, not really a given at all. Very tight angle, decent distance, and now he'll be point-blank range.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you can be frustrated, but you just got to be able to bottle it a bit and get on with the game, and this one just gives them a gimme goal when really they had the momentum early in this third quarter.
So up he pops. Goal for O'Day. Margin back out to 63. Big strong whistle. Wonder if that's anything
It might be a blood rule.
at all. Yeah, just a blood rule.
Well, no, I'm not sure it is. Kane Cox is, I don't know.
I think umpires just held him up and reported him, I think, by the looks of it, putting his notepad back in his pocket.
So he's made his way off the ground. You can be sent off at 2 separate reports, so hopefully that's not what the case is here, but still taking some time. It looks like there may be another kick to Waratah in the goal square. Is that the way?
Looks like that's what's happening. So umpire just coming back talking. Looked like he was having a chat with Fuller and Kirby. Not sure exactly what's happening. Just giving a little bit of an explanation there. So looks like he's just giving an explanation. I think we're about to see him hand the ball back over to a Waratah player.
Crowd getting a bit impatient as well, but it's it's going to be a free kick to Hollandine. Wow, this is an interesting choice.
He's going to run around and snap, and that was definitely not the right choice. Oh, that's don't know what he was thinking there.
No, he's 25 metres out on a slight angle and tried to hook around on the left. I'm not sure that that's a good option at any time.
So Wanderers, they'll reset now. Very unsure as to the last passage of play. A little bit of confusion here, but we're back underway.
Yeah, a bit of aggression getting into the game there. You see Nathan Jones-Cabillo bursting through strongly, and a good strong contest from Kaylee Roberts, who's back in doing the ruck work now for Wanderers. Just a young fella, Kaylee Roberts, 20 years old.
Decent height on him, but a very slight frame. Puts a tackle now on Irvin. Advantage will be paid. Handball will come out to Rogers. He'll have to turn back inside. Does so with ease. And now kicks it deep into the pocket. Oh, good hands there from Hutt.
Wow, that's a terrific strong grab, isn't it? Up high, hands vice-like, and takes the mark about 20 metres out from goal. So, yeah, what a target that is.
And I thought they'd already kicked a goal down this end, Stu, this quarter, but no, this will be their first if he can capitalise on it. A few behind so far already.
Oh, there's the one from O'Day, but yeah, they didn't kick the first goal of the quarter. So,
still wanting for another one there.
So the crowd getting involved and. Some aggression coming out, but just a bit of frustration from Wanderers earlier. Hopefully they can settle themselves down and start to play some good football again like they came out early in the quarter doing.
Wanderers trying to look down the line now, but marked by Saltalamarkia. Now Rogers with the mark. In fact, that's Shadforth out there on that wing. And looks like he's just going to load up. Good long kick. Deep into the forward line. Irvin couldn't take the mark. Fraser Hollandine puts the tackle on. Comes out to Carroll. Snaps on his left to the top of the square. Comes off hands. They've got numbers there, but no one really attacked the footy. And then coming through, Wanderers defender just gets boot to ball. Thwacks it out of there. Emboscado's got 3 to beat. Does so successfully. Now Rogers, he'll try and pick it up off the ground. No, it comes back to Emboscado. Free kick for a hold going Wanderers' way. Somewhat Bronx cheers from the crowd there.
Yeah, they've certainly turned the volume up, getting vocal, and Wanderers players looking to respond. That was well done, good hands.
Smith's just coming off the bench, running a bit too fast, I think, for his own good there. A bit too fresh, maybe, as he overran the handball. Kirby with a big, strong tackle. Umpire will call for my ball. Centre wing just in front of us here of the Hunter Harrison grandstand at Gardens Oval.
So Wanderers certainly look like they're full of enthusiasm early in this quarter, and Horrigan's made a bit of a difference gone forward.
Smith, he puts it on the boot, goes forward. Still outside their offensive 50. Almost held there by Kelly was Calvin. They work it inside 50 now eventually. Blake, he was almost harassed without it. Lovell, he'll pick it up on the half volley. No, he won't. Kelly now tries to work it back in. Charles with eyes for his man, gives a bump. Here comes Thompson, spins around, snaps it on the left. Very high, that won't register a score. Hard one to mark, but safe hands there with Saltalamaki, and he pushes out to O'Dwyer, then gets a handball back to the runner. Keep going. They find Sinnott at half-back. He hands it over the top to Carlin. Has Smith in hot pursuit. He's grabbed him, latched onto him, and got a handball back to Sinnott. Wasn't clean with the ball, had to handball it forward. Carroll just turns his opponent inside out, then gets a handball away as well. Now with Shadforth, he pushes it into Kirby. Good intercept there from the Wanderers defender in Truant. Kirby, a cheeky one over the top, nearly a high from Lovell. Umpire's going to let it go through, Willie. No advantage paid, brought back.
Gee, there's some pace on this game in the third quarter from both sides. It's a bit hectic, bit helter-skelter, but the free kick has slowed things down here.
And just the 2 goals scored for the quarter.
Yeah.
Almost feels like one of those quarters where you'd have goal for goal, but not to be the way. Tar's not really taking the most of their chances. Yeah, Wanderers, while they've been better, haven't really created enough to get back into this game yet, have they?
No, that's right. And realistically, they're not going to win the game, but some positive signs for them in this third quarter, and it's a player down pretty sore from that contest. That the pack really crashed in front, but all good now. I think it's it was. Anyway, we're back underway.
Ball pops up. Fuller got rid of it and then almost pushed back to ground by Irvin. Kirby, he takes it now into the pocket, bounces off the chest of Hollandine. Carroll try to pick it up, runs over the boundary line with ball in hand.
Yeah, Kane Cox is the defender there, so that's settled that question. He obviously Wanderers got him off the bench to cool him off the ground to cool him down for a few minutes, and he was back out there and back in defence for Wanderers.
It's Carroll trying to get hands to it. Smith got underneath. Ball slowly pops out. No, it doesn't. Umpire pays a free kick to Smith. Too much hands in the back from Carroll. Out now to Calvin. He pushes it back into the defensive pocket. Immediately looked for the switch, Fuller did, but unsure if that was the right option. There's a lot of, there's a few tars floating, not many loose Wanderers on that switch, so he'll have to go down the line again. But that's not the place either. A lot of white jumpers. Kick went back to Saltalamaki, made him work, but he's got support if he needs. He won't. Instead, he pushes it across, and it'll be Waratah who switch ultimately. Coming forward now. And didn't really play that well, did he? I think it was Sinnott again.
Yeah, Truant was good though. He committed himself, committed himself to try to get to the ball, got a finger to it, got it over the boundary line, and he's obviously got a role back behind the ball at the moment. So he's almost playing a loose player in defence for Wanderers.
Ball comes up. Smith, handball down. Calvin throws boot to ball. Bit of a spiral to it.
Oh, yeah.
Horrigan couldn't take the mark, but did very well as a makeshift forward. And then he'll put on tackle here. No, put some pressure on. Truant seems like he's the one who's moved to half back. They come in now. Bounces off the chest there of O'Connell. Needed to be better than that. Picks it up though. Gets it back. Now Cox, he works it down, looking for Horrigan again. Bounces off his chest. Truant on the run through. Dances through one. Calvin gets through another. Now to Smith. And then dumped to the ground. Got a kick away. And Smith turns back to get his headband. As Waratah rebound from half back. Here comes Carlin. Nearly 20 gone in this third quarter. Inside 50. Waratah goes. That one won't hit the scoreboard. O'Day. Stripped to the ball. He'll pick it up now. Gets it to Irvin. Handball comes out to Fraser Hollandine. He'll snap that one towards goal. Not enough on it, or a bit too much on it rather, and through for a behind.
Yeah, both teams setting up with extras behind the ball in this quarter, so pretty hard for Wanderers. They're getting their hands on the ball in the back half, but haven't really got much to go to when it goes forward. Horrigan's giving them plenty of energy and an option to go to, but he's outnumbered every time.
Taylor will go down the line, and Blake, his handball didn't hit Charles cleanly and just takes it over the boundary line himself there.
Yeah, that was Horrigan again with the quick hands at ground level, and he's off on the jog to give him a forward option, but the Tars defence rolling back as well.
So ball goes up. Carlin gets to it. Oh, that was almost a throw. Carlin will pick it up again. Spills out. Hard at the ball there. Handball comes out. Goes to Smith running back through traffic. Pushes it over the top. Not clean enough though. Emboscado gets a hand to Kirby. He just toe pokes it out wide. That's the beautiful bit of play there, and Kelly puts it inside 50 straight into the arms of O'Day, who makes his mark, and you'd think he'd go back and have a shot.
Yeah, Tars just pounced on the error then, didn't they? Wanderers were under pressure, but we're controlling the ball out the back, but just a bit of a fumble saw it turn over, and then of course the Wanderers defenders were out of position, and O'Day made good ground forward and finishes with a mark and a set shot.
So in comes O'Day, looking for his third of the night. Won't make the distance, but a mark from the big fella on the line.
Yeah, that's right. Another clunk up forward, just across the face a bit, and the big fella Riley Irvin. He's had another pretty good game tonight. He's a physical presence, whether he's in the ruck or up forward.
Irvin comes through, just sneaks it home there. And their second goal of the quarter. Unbelievably. Feels like they've kicked a few more than that. But nonetheless, they're 72 points up against Wanderers.
And the quarter, yeah, it's flown really, hasn't it? 22 minutes into the third quarter, so almost three-quarter time. And really it's been, although there's only been the 3 goals scored between the sides, it's been pretty fast and attractive football in this quarter, with a bit of physicality as well, Will. It's been good viewing, I think, this quarter.
Yeah, it's we haven't seen a lot of goals scored, but the pace of the game has been really entertaining to watch, and you wouldn't thought the way the two sides are playing against each other that there's 12 goals between them. Feels like a much tighter game than that, so good to see that. Even though the fans in blue and gold probably know they're not going to walk away with the 4 points tonight, they'll get some entertainment nonetheless. As the ball goes up and comes down. Almost tackled there without it was Tanner Lovell, but the umpire lets it play through. Smothered on the way. Big bump there from Fuller, and I think it might have also been Lovell. Now comes out to Hall. And umpire just gets in the way of Trewin there. Trewin not happy at all as Lovell got an easy mark, then put it inside 50 very easily. Won't make too much of a difference though as the three-quarter time siren goes.
Yeah, of course, Trewin technically could be in trouble for making contact with the umpire, but I think the umpire was backing back and really affected a good shepherd for the Waratah player. But a really entertaining quarter of football, even though it was 2-1, and it's not often you say that, but thoroughly enjoyed the quarter, Will.
Yeah, really entertaining quarter. Hopefully, as we said, the results probably a little bit beyond doubt now. Obviously, they've got to kick more than 12 goals if they're to win, and they've only kicked 3 for the night, the Muck-Mucks. But hopefully, for entertainment's sake, we had a similar quarter to that in the last.
We'll be back with the last quarter after this three-quarter time break.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, If you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Welcome back to Gardens Oval for the final quarter in this round 15 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League clash, and just a bit of a wrestle before we get underway here. It's interesting stuff, but clearly the outcome of the match is beyond doubt, but Wanderers really came out with a bit of zip and a bit of fire and a bit of aggression in the third quarter, and took it right up to Waratah, Will.
Yeah, they did. Really good to see. They didn't just bow down and let the Tars run over them. Obviously, they had a really disappointing week last week against the bottom place Buffaloes, and conceded what was the Buffs' first win of the year. But yeah, no, they came out in that third quarter really strongly. Obviously, unfortunately, they're 12 goals down at three-quarter time and just conceded a free kick to start the third quarter, which will be brought back, judging by the umpire's gesture.
Yeah, just wonder if that's a result of the bit of push and shove that we saw before the players got into to the centre circles to restart the game. But Waratah free kick and a bit of an anti-climax to start the last quarter.
It'll be big Riley Irvin with the with ball in hand, the ruck. And we did see it fire up a little bit just before three-quarter time with Truan, I think it was, running into the umpire, who ended up, as you described it quite well, Stu, almost gave the perfect shepherd.
I think
the
players have to be in the position that they're supposed to be for the start of the quarter. They'd all run forward Waratah's way, so just making sure that they're all in their right spots, and they're off and running again now, so not much difference in the end because Riley Irvin has taken so long to dispose of the ball. And
it's a bit of a basket case here. I think Truan's gotten too close to Irvin, so 50-metre penalty in the end. And look, we're a minute 30 through on the clock, and nothing has happened yet except for Irvin's been given a 50-metre penalty.
So the first disposal of this final quarter will be a set shot at goal.
Had a good night, Irvin. Obviously, he's been pretty dominant in the ruck against two lesser opponents in terms of height and physicality, and probably ruck experience as well. Unfortunately, he couldn't get that one through, just to behind.
Yep, just to add to the folly of the start of this final quarter, he misses the set shot from directly in front. So now we can settle into some football, hopefully, as Mitch Taylor brings the ball back into play.
Finds Bates. He looks to go long down the line. Clears the pack. There's been a free kick paid as well. It will go the way of Wanderers.
Yeah, Kaylee Roberts it is. He appealed for the free kick and got it paid in the end.
Well, if you don't ask, you don't get, Stu, and he asked the question and got the answer he wanted.
It's not cricket, Will.
So he kicks down the line. Oh, nearly getting the mark there was Charles, but goes through hands in the end. It's done so a lot tonight. Quite hot and sweaty out there. But I think the ball would be sweat rather than humidity. Pushes it out, looking for the switch kick there in the hands of Paulson. Off the half volley, sold to Lamarkia, gets it, almost stripped to the ball, and it bounces over the boundary line.
So the ball just moved from one wing to the other, directly across, and another stoppage.
The pace of the game here in this final quarter, a far cry from what we had in that third. Much slower, much more stagnant.
Just hasn't had a chance to get going yet, has it?
Here comes Smith. Calvin on that far side, centre wing. And I think the messaging as well from the Wanderers camp, not a bad fly, would have been make sure that you don't roll over and let them run over the top of you. I don't know if the triple figure would have been mentioned at all, but they'd be pretty keen to keep it under that, because that probably wouldn't be just for the performance they've had in the third quarter alone. And Waratah, as we know, they've got the capacity to do that to teams. If they get a run on, they can just kick goal after goal after goal.
Yeah, that's right. That's the talent they have on the side, but a high tackle here and a chance for Wanderers to go forward. Looking to move it quickly.
Roll around. Oh, bounces off the chest. Plenty of white jumpers back there. Now with Hoare. Turns inside out. Emboscado drops it. Very tight to the boundary line. Wrapped up in a tackle. And he'll earn himself a high against Smith. Wanderers fans not happy. Emboscado. Pushes it in to Carlin. He goes down the line. Gains a little bit of yardage with that kick. Gets it back. Quick 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gone. And then goes to Synod on the run on the half-forward flank. Oh, he's gone pretty close to off his line there, but the umpires let him take the kick. And then Fist comes through over the top. Ball very close to the boundary line. Carroll keeping it in front of him in his possession. Handballed it, but just ricochets off over the boundary line.
Yeah, good defensive work from Jones. Cabillo got the fist in there, but some confusion here. Must have come off the foot.
It'll be a free kick. So Taylor takes mark in the back pocket. And then a cross goal. Oh, picks out Horrigan. He pushes it out to the wing. O'Dwyer. He finds Carlin. Now he goes inside 50, looking for Lovell. O'Day looks back at the umpire. Ping for holding the ball. So Lovell will have a shot on goal from tight in the pocket.
It was a pretty vigorous tackle, wasn't it? It was almost slung to the ground, Motlop, but yeah, Lovell has had a pretty good night, particularly early. And chance with a set shot. You can see that he's standing outside the boundary line as he starts his approach.
In comes Lovell now. Oh, bangs into the post.
The post's been hit a couple of times tonight, pretty solidly.
Truan in the back pocket, not a good kick, easily spoiled. Waratah now with an opening. Here comes Kirby, goes for the snap. Bounces off chest in the goal square. Taylor, gee, they almost made a meal of that, Wanderers. And this game has taken another turn, very different turn to what we had in the third quarter, hasn't it, Stu?
Oh, it certainly has. The free kick before the start of play in this final quarter and all the delays around the start has really put a dampener on the way the game's being played. It's complete opposite. It's really slow and just trying to build up lots of numbers around the ball. It's hard to get any fluid movement at all.
Now comes back out. Shadforth gets a handball away. Trying to break through the lines there. I think it was Fuller. He has earned himself a free kick for a high. Now they work it back there. Mark taken by Taylor. And to Truan.
Just no options, no clear options for him going forward out of that back pocket, so he's just going to bomb it down the line.
Mark not taken, but at ground level the ball's pushed forward. Smith gets it back to Fuller. And then Paulson bounces through. Oh, there was Holland Dean lurking at the back. He gets it now. Oh, but he loses his handling of it. Carlin gets it through to O'Day. He needs to poke it forward. He can't quite. Hollandine again just lurking on the outside. He'll have another crack now, but the umpire's called for a free kick. Dispossession, incorrect disposal. Oh, decent kick there by Taylor. Long way, but only as far as Riley Irvin. They're playing kick to kick. Taylor in box seat for this one. Though Hutt gets a fist up. Oh, O'Day into the post. Another poster down that end.
So with 10 minutes gone, fourth quarter.
Smith gets a handball back inside to the other Smith. Don't look like there'd be any relation there, but you never know. In comes through is O'Dwyer, under pressure, gets boot to ball, goes through the hands of JJ Motlop, then out to the run and Shadforth, he goes inside 50. Oh, big hit, snap on goal, goes across the face. Lovell can't take the mark, comes to ground, picks it up. Another free kick, this time again going the Wanderers' way in defence. They've had probably the last 4 or 5 free kicks in that back line have gone their way. And it will be brought back again.
So no goals added in this quarter, and another mistake. This gives Tars a chance.
Here comes Carlin. Can they finally break through? They do.
They can. The ball's obviously slippery, straight through the hands out there, but that's a pretty basic mistake when you've got plenty of numbers around you and the pass is good. You really need to wrap those up and gives yourself a chance to move the ball out of defence, but not to be. And Carlin pounced, as good players do, and made no mistake scoring on the turnover.
Tars have 5 players with 2 goals each, and then they've got 4 with singles, so they've had a really good spread of it tonight. And that's probably what their strength has been. Carroll's the leading goal scorer for the club with just 21 goals for the season, and I think they've got a few around the mark as well, challenging him. So one of their strengths, which has sort of shown a little bit tonight, but not really in this last quarter. It's just the depth of their forward line. Another whistle before the ball is reset for play, and it'll be a 6-6-6 rule as Waylon Walters sheepishly pounces towards the forward line, and simultaneously...
Just a warning, I think, first one.
Bates heads to the wing. Wanderers break through now. Inside 50 they go, looking for Trewin. Goes through all. He should be able to pick it up, but overruns it, and then he's pushed to the ground by O'Dwyer. Silly free to give away. So Trewin looks like he's going to open up the angle and snap it. Comes along. Yep. Umpire doesn't move. Straight through the middle. First goal for them of this final term. Take their tally up to 4 and respond to Waratah's Scott Carlin, who kicked the goal just a few moments ago.
So Trewin hits the scoreboard for the first time. He's been all over the ground a bit. Been thrown around from the wing to defensive areas and a bit of time forward, but that was a good finish from Trewin after the free kick was given away, an unnecessary one from Danny O'Dwyer, but a good answering goal from Wanderers, who won the centre clearance, and that was the difference. So look to get their hands on it again as big Arnold Kirby comes in to do the ruck work.
10 goals and 15 points the lead here, 75 points. Tars move it forward again. Hutt bounces back through. Ball slips out of his hands. And they're just working it back down there. Blake, he couldn't take it, and so Kelly, he kicks it very easily over the top to Carlin, who could become, it'll be their 6th multiple goal scorer. And just being brought back onto his line.
Yeah, busy again, Carlin. He's a hard runner in the game. Gets to places where he can receive the footy, and shot at goal now, no problem whatsoever. Straight through the middle for Scotty Carlin. So his 2nd goal, both of them coming in this quarter. The Tars only 2 goals in the quarter so far. So another 2-goal to 1 quarter. We're ticking up towards 15 minutes in the final quarter, and you're watching AFL NTV's coverage of the 2024-25 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League season, and it's a round 15 game here at magnificent Gardens Oval. Wanderers are the home side unusually tonight against Waratah, but pretty comprehensive performance from Tars for most of the game.
Absolutely. Although Wanderers in that 3rd quarter in particular gave up a fight, and even in this final term they're still not bowing down super easily. Although giving away a free kick there in the back line. Pushing it out to Sinot now. He'll go back. Directing traffic ahead. Easily finds Rogers, gives a handball back to Sinot. And then inside 50 now. Handball pops over the top. Hillis trying to work it out. Handball comes through. Shadforth breaking through. 2 players still on the ground. There'll be a free kick going Waratah's way. In the hands of Hall. He pushes it deep into that pocket. Hutt probably the target, and he takes the mark there. At the fall of it as well was Kelly at the back, but he was unrequired in the end, with Hutt taking it pretty easily. String bean of a full forward, Stu.
He is, but he's pretty strong, isn't he? Holds his position well and takes a strong mark. He looked early in the game like he could be in for a night out, but kicked those 2 early goals and hasn't added. Has the chance now.
And he comes and kicks. Ump barely moves, and he becomes the first player on the field to kick 3 goals. 2 of those came in that 1st quarter, and kicks his 3rd now, 17 minutes into the final term at Gardens Oval.
Yeah, that's right, and that really stretches that margin out now to 87 points, and you know, I think Wanderers would have a case to say that they've, for a lot of the game, they've played a bit better than that. That obviously Tars jumped them early with 6 goals, 5 on the board to Wanderers just the 1 behind, and it was always catch up from there, and an impossible task. But particularly in that 3rd quarter, they played some impressive, aggressive football, and something to build on.
And it'll be a whitewash here for Waratah in the Foundation Cup. I think they've won just about every single game here today, at least in the senior ranks. Very, very good performance from all sides. They'll be happy down there at the Waratah clubhouse later on. Women's won pretty comprehensively before this, and I think the Men's Premier League reserves prior to that as well. A forfeit in the div, in the Premier Reserve grade, I believe.
Yeah, unfortunate that, but this is Tanner Lovell got on the end of this one, and yes, another impressive performance from him tonight, and a chance to get on the board again, join that list of dual goal kickers.
He's been a really good addition to their midfield as well, and as seen by that kick and his one prior to that, he knows where to find the goals as well, so he can chop out up forward and in the midfield, and yeah, he'll be another valuable asset for them in their finals campaign. So they move now to, oh gee, they're in the 90s now, Stu. I think they're on 93 points the margin.
Yeah, that's right. It's just starting to blow out a little bit. Tars have added the last 3 goals in this final quarter as we tick past 19 minutes. The quarter may go a little bit longer than normal because of all the delays at the start. I think you called there was a minute and a half gone on the clock before the ball came into play effectively.
And just look at the dominance of Kirby here. He doesn't even have to jump. He just asserts his position and paddles it down where he wants to go. Tars moving it forward again. They can sniff the triple figures. Truan, though, intercepts. Not if he has anything to say about it. Pushes it out wide. No. Poor handball from Wilkes in the end.
Yeah, good second effort from Wilkes, though.
Makes amends.
Yeah, made up for his mistake.
Gave it off to Horrigan. Now pushes it into the forward pocket. Flying for it is Charles. Thompson as well there. Picks it up, handballs to himself. Picks it up again. Handballs it off to a teammate in Blake. Then back to Horrigan, I think it was. He works forward. I think Horrigan might have copped a slap to the face unintentionally. Collis, he now pushes it out. Finds Carroll. No, goes through his fingertips. Then it goes from Walters inboard. Wilkes. His kick intercepted. And Hall will push it across the defensive face. Now Kelly pushes it well down the line. He's got a 2-on-1. He's weighted that relatively well, though they won't keep it alive. No, they will. Ball stays in. Top of the square they go. Oh, Hutt almost taken out. Hollandine trying to work it out. Hutt touched through, just to behind. Unlucky.
Good effort by Hutt. He really crushed the pack there and kept his feet. Was first to the ball at ground level, but just couldn't get it through for the goal.
So they're within striking distance now of that 100-point margin, 95 points. Fist comes over the top. Smith, handball back to Calvin. Shrugs off the tackle, then gets boot to ball.
So Wanderers just holding on here. They're had some good efforts, but really under a bit of siege once again late in the game as Tars finish full of running.
Handball worked backwards to Matthew Motlop, who's been pretty quiet tonight. Now goes down the wing, comes off hands, kept it alive. Now with Barty. It was pretty impressive in that first quarter, first half of footy. Now they'll handball it over into Shadforth. Kept running all night as well. Spills over hands at the back. Paulson handballs it to Hollandine. His kick just lands in the lap safely of Jones Cabillo. We look to switch now though. Townfield, there's not really much to go to. They might have put themselves in a little bit of trouble. Tars would have wanted to keep that ball alive there because I think whichever way it went, it would have ended up in a white jumper. But they give Wanderers a chance to work back to the contest. And back in play. Tap down Smith. Oh, just handballed it out of the traffic there, only as far as Sinnott. He snaps it forward inside that centre corridor. Mark couldn't be taken. Stripped to the ball. Paulson collects it pretty cleanly for a wet footy and then wrapped up in a tackle. 5 points off the triple figure margin, Stu.
Oh, it's going to be touch and go, isn't it? And Tars have got the chance. They've got this stoppage in there inside their forward 50.
Irvin wins the hit out straight to the throat of Fuller, who gets it out of there. Should be a safe mark to the Tars defender in Saltalamarkia. He pushes it out to Kelly. Went for Shadforth. Finally paddles it forward to him, but over goes him now on Horrigan's hands. And there's the siren. So 95 points the final margin in favour of Waratahs. Winners of the Foundation Cup today. 17-19, 121. They've beat the Wanderers with just 6 scoring shots, 4-2-26. How did you read that one, Stu?
Yeah, look, very comprehensive from Waratah. They're obviously a strong unit and getting their side together and playing some good football. They had a couple of losses couple of previous games against top teams, but they've rebounded really well tonight. They were under a bit of pressure in that third quarter. I thought the third quarter was the best quarter. Easily was open and entertaining and fast and aggressive, but then Tars just controlled the game in the last quarter, as you would expect a strong top side to do. And Wanderers, although the scoreboard says 4 goals too, but I think they had periods of the game where they played a lot better than that scoreboard reads.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they probably deserve more than that, and they didn't deserve such a comprehensive margin against them. But again, it's probably a tough part of the season for them. They know their season's over. It's sometimes it can be hard to get up and find those that motivation to play and get back into the game. But look, to their credit, I think they could have easily fallen over at quarter time. They didn't. They tried to work themselves back in the game, if not on the scoreboard, at least in terms of the pace and tempo of it. So well done to the Wanderers tonight and the season, but they'll just have to keep going for the last 3 weeks. And Tars, for them, it's onwards and upwards, hopefully for their sake, as they head towards the finals.
Yeah, exactly right. And I was just having a look through better players. It was really hard. I think players were sort of in and out of the game throughout the night. But I think standouts for me were the big fella Riley Irvin in the ruck. Tanner Lovell was terrific, particularly early. Holland Dean was dangerous forward all night. Liam O'Day as well, and Brodie Carroll. Scott Carlin, of course, just racks up the possessions. And for Wanderers, again, just players in and out of the game, but I thought Horrigan gave them a bit forward and back. Ozzie Smith had a crack most of the night. Zach Fuller had a few touches, and Mitch Taylor down back had a fair bit of the ball as well.
Yeah, spot on. I think all those players definitely did well. Look, for Tars, it was really hard to pick your top few, but I think, Carlin and Lovell were probably your 2 main ones there, and Riley Irvin as well in the ruck, though. Yep. Looking at the quality of opposition, he was probably always going to have a pretty good night. But we'll wrap it up there. Thank you very much for joining us from home or from your phone or wherever you are. We've had a pleasure bringing you the footy tonight and this weekend, and look forward to bringing it to you next weekend as well. Goodbye.
All right, if we can ask both teams to please come on over in front of the grandstand. We're going to get things rolling for the presentation of the Foundation Cup and the best on ground for both teams. Once again, thanks everyone for being here at Gardens Oval and being a part of NTFL history, 108 years. Waratah's Wanderers started the NTFL competition, and both clubs thank all our supporters, all our volunteers for a really big day. We will present the Foundation Cup shortly. Before we do that, each coach will be choosing the best on ground from their opposing teams, and I will get Aaron Motlop coach for Wanderers to come forward and present the Waratahs Best on Ground.
Give the Waratahs Foundation Cup medal Best on Ground to the number 24, Tanner Lovell.
And Ricky, come on over and present the Wanderers Best on Ground.
Best on ground for 31, Rodney Kelthorpe.
Congratulations to both the Best on Ground for each side. And we will now get the captain for the Waratahs to come forward and get presented after a win here at Gardens Oval tonight, presented with the Foundation Cup. Darren from Waratahs Football Club, been a volunteer as a medical trainer for many years and a former premiership player with the Wanderers, Bradley Cooper. Thank you so much. Congratulations again to the Waratahs. And remember, both clubs have functions following this. Waratahs in the clubhouse, you guys got music over there, jumper options. Wanderers, we'll see you all back at the shed. Same thing, we've got entertainment, food, drinks, we'll see you all there. Thanks everyone for coming.
Right. I thought it would have taken